What's up everyone? Welcome back. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be walking you through this very classic Christmas makeup look. I put a little twist on it because I didn't do your traditional classic black eyeliner and I didn't do your classic red lipstick, but at the same time, this still is giving classic Christmas vibes. We've got the gold glittery eyes and it's just overall, it's just screaming Christmas and the holidays. So I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step. I share so many tips and tricks to recreate this look. So whether you're a more professional or more of a beginner at makeup, you can recreate this at home for the holidays. So I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe and let's just jump right in. So to start off, I'm going to use the Refi primer all over my face just to prime for the foundation. Gonna roll that on the skin and then use my hands just to rub it in and make sure it's all the way blended in my skin. So I really don't want to wear actual foundation today. I'm just gonna do concealer. Sometimes I'll do this and it's not like I'm even being any more natural. I'm just gonna bring the concealer more around my face. So it's actually gonna be decently like pretty full coverage. But I feel like back in the day, people would do this on top of their foundation and it was just like normal. So technically this is like lighter coverage if you apply your concealer in this way normally. So I'm gonna bring it in these spots, but then also just 2 dots over here, 2 dots over here, and then I'm gonna blend this around my skin and it's gonna give me a pretty decent coverage. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer and the shade that I have is 350 Bisque. I'm gonna use the Real Technique setting brush and just start blending this in. And anytime you wanna access the under eye area, just bring your eyeballs up like this. Keep your head like normal, don't like look up, but just look upwards with your eyes and you can straight up like go right up under your eyeball and it won't bother you. Then you can blend all of that out really nice and quickly and easily. And then I'm lightly gonna go over my eyelids right now. I do plan on going in with a separate primer, but I do like this as a base. Whatever's left over on this brush, you can see my nose is really red. I don't like to go directly in on my nose with product because then it kind of like separates, builds up, looks cakey, and it just doesn't look very good. But once the majority of the product is off my brush, then I'll lightly go in and just kind of tap it on the nose. And I want a little bit of pink to still go like peek through because if it's fully covered, I'll still get like cakey and whatnot. So that's kind of just like what I do to my nose. I'm gonna set my whole face with powder. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, but this is their limited edition one for like the holiday season. They sent this along with this powder puff. So I wanna give this a whirl today and use the powder puff to set my face. So I'm gonna pick it up in the powder here. And then before I put this on my face, I'm gonna use the lid just to kind of like get off any of the excess and kind of work it into the puff. And then start pushing this in on the skin. Under the eyes. I'm gonna go into the Hourglass Diffused Bronze Light Bronzer and bronze up my skin. I'm gonna use this double-ended brush from Hourglass. Start here on my cheekbones. Carry it onto the forehead. And then I'm also bringing this down on the jawline. I'm bringing a little bit of the Radiant Bronze Light into this as well, just to add a little bit more warmth to the look and a little bit more deepness, just because the Diffused Bronze Light is pretty light. So that added just a little bit more warmth into the face. So I quickly just contoured my nose. I'm now going to use the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in shade number 3. I'm going to use the tiniest amount to highlight my cheekbones. Just a dot there and a dot here. Just a little dot on the nose itself. And now, what do I want to use? Go into my FO3 highlighter brush from Sigma and just blend this into the skin and into the brow bone, kind of creating this like little V or C shape here. So beautiful. For my blush, I'm gonna go into that Too Faced blush and highlighter palette. I've really been liking this just because, I don't know, I haven't like seen a new blush palette that I really like, and this I've just been really liking. So I'm gonna take this shade here, Velvet Crush, and pop this on the cheeks. Such a beautiful color. I feel like this shade specifically can work with any makeup look. Okay, let's move on to the eyes. For my eyebrows, yesterday when I was getting ready, I used, where is it? It was the MAC Lingering Brow Pencil. The only thing about this brow pencil that I don't like is there isn't a spoolie on the other end, but Everything else about this brow pencil, I just love. I feel like the color is perfect for my brow color. It goes on very softly, so then it helps my eyebrows to look really natural when I have them filled in. And all I have to do is then go in with another pencil just to define some other areas and use the spoolie part of it. So, but for now, I'm just using the lingering brow pencil all over. And then once I got that done, I can grab something else. Okay, I just used the Hourglass Arch brow pencil in the shade Dark Brunette just to kind of define some areas a little bit more. I'm going to use the Gimme Brow in shade number 3. And I'm going to set, okay, with this focus, thank you. I'm going to use the Gimme Brow in shade number 3 just to go through the brows, make them look even more natural, because this will darken them just a touch and also define the brow hairs. To prime my eyes for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. Just use my finger with this. And then I'm gonna set my eyes with just some face powder. And the eyes are all prepped and primed. So for my eyeshadow, I wanna try out this Spice palette from Anastasia. This is what it looks like. I might go and grab some other colors too, just to make this a little bit warmer, because this does look pretty neutral, but we're gonna start here and then we'll see where this goes. So I'm gonna start with this color here. And ooh, this is gonna be the base for the look in the crease. Wow, that's a very pigmented eyeshadow. I'm also going to bring that underneath the eye. Same thing like with the concealer, just look up and you can get this right on that lower lash line without it really bothering your eyes. You don't have to raise your eyebrows or anything, you just stay neutral and eyeshadow's on the bottom. I'm now going to grab this shade here all the way to the right. Bring that here on the outer lid. And then go back in with that first brush and just kind of blend that out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take this on the lower lash line as well. Very lightly though. I've pulled down on my brush. If I apply this with my hand really close to the bristles like this, it's going to go on very pigmented because of the pressure. But I'm kind of relieving some of that pressure by holding down further on the brush so that it just very lightly kind of just like grazes over my skin and very lightly applies that shadow, because I don't want this to be too much on the bottom. Just a nice soft. I'm now gonna grab this shade here. And this is a Smith 233, just like a very small pencil type brush. And I'm gonna pretty much just like push this onto the lid. I'm not gonna like fluff it around too much, at least not at first. I'm just pushing it onto the skin to really deposit that color in that area. Oh, this might be a new favorite palette. I'm loving these colors. I'm loving how they're blending. This is like, I'm having so much fun doing this look. I am really upset that Anastasia discontinued like the majority of her single eyeshadows. Single eyeshadows need to make a comeback. I feel like it went palettes, single shadows, palettes, and I'm ready for my single shadows to come back, because you can really customize your own palettes, make your own looks, and customize it how you want. And now like a lot of companies just don't do that anymore, and it's annoying. Even MAC, like I love MAC, and they probably have the best range of single eyeshadows, but they even discontinued a bunch, which is really sad. But Anastasia was one of my favorites, and yeah, she doesn't have that much anymore, but this is beautiful and stunning, and I'm going to be using this a lot. I'm going to go into a MAC 242 brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade. I think I'm going to mix this with this. We'll see. We will see what happens here. I'm going to start by mixing, and I'm going to lay this right on the lid. Just kind of push it in. That one color goes a little green, so let me stick with that like bronzy shade first. Beautiful. And I'm not moving this around too much. I'm just kind of stamping it on the lid because I don't want to get a ton of fallout. I cannot get over how pretty this is. Yeah, I'm still sticking to mixing these. I think this is a beautiful combo. Let me grab some setting spray just to do that. There we go. It'll make it even more intense. Yeah. I'm grabbing this bottom shade right here on the other side of the brush just to kind of mend the outer corner with this inner corner. And then grab a brush and just dust away any fallout, which is really why it's important to set your face with powder so that nothing like sticks to your face. Let's get crazy. I'm gonna grab this deepest, darkest shade, really tap off the excess, and I'm putting this right on the outer corner. I'm really liking this contrast that we have going on here. I will be going in with some gold glitter as well, but I want to do my eyeliner first. Anastasia sent over these liquid liners that I haven't tried before. I'm a little nervous to try them because they are brand new and I'm used to just my routine when it comes to, well, makeup in general, but also liquid liner. Like I've been using the L'Oreal Flash Cat Eyeliner for forever. Now though, I want to try something like a rich brown. So this is the liner and I'm going to go in with the brown color and create a wing. I'm loving how this is looking. I'm loving how it's turning out. This brown is just so rich. I'm gonna grab this gold glitter from Urban Decay. This is in the Midnight Cowboy shade. I'm gonna put this, just kind of dot it around. I don't want this to be like coated, but just kind of like little dots of this glitter. I want this to go a little bit more gold because I feel like it is gold, but it's a light gold and I kind of want a little bit more of that oranginess to the lid. So I'm gonna hop over into my MAC Singles Amber Lights, which is this like coppery orange color. And I'm gonna grab a really tiny brush just to start kind of dotting this on the lid. There we go, just to bring just more of like an antique gold color in here. Do you see that, how it just, that's so pretty. This is now looking more silver next to this eye, and this is more so what I was wanting. So pretty. Okay, moving on to my lips. I know I really want to use this lipstick. This is the Kristen lipstick from Makeup by Mario. It's a beautiful, like deep, dark berry. It really just like matches my shirt. And for my lip liner, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Blackberry lip pencil. I think that this will work out really nicely with that lipstick. Lies, hold on. Before I do that, I'm gonna grab Cool Brown from Anastasia, because it's a nice dark brown. I'm gonna use that to get the edges and then go in with the blackberry. So let's start with Cool Brown, do the edges of my lips first. Now that I've got that outlined, I'm now gonna take the blackberry and lay it on its side and just kind of blend that color in. Kind of layer this over top of the liner on the edge. And now I can go in with the Kristen lipstick right over the top. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, that is so pretty. To complete the look per usual, I'm gonna go into the Vive setting spray. I'm obsessed with this. Okay, the look is complete. I'm really, really loving how this looks. In a weird way, this is still very classic Christmas to me. There's something about like a sparkly gold eye and a berry lip that just screams the holidays. And I just love how this turned out, especially with this rich chocolate brown eyeliner. I feel like that's a nice twist on your classic black eyeliner. Makes it a little bit more wearable, especially if like you're not used to wearing like a thick black liner. This kind of softens that a little bit because it's that richer brown. I just love this. I think it's so pretty. I love gold and berry paired together and I just love this. So I hope that you guys liked this video. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope that my tips and tricks are helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Bye.